Wow, whoa. Did I just try hard on this video? Yep, I think so. Wow, what an introduction. If that doesn't grab your attention, I don't know what will. But you know what we can try is, I don't know, go over this build and what I try to do. The whole point of this video is just to show you guys what can be achieved when you try something new, something different, something spicy. You take a old favorite classic build that's been around for 10 plus leagues, and what do? You introduce new mechanics, you introduce a budget, and here we go. We have a brand new build, if you want to call it that. It is definitely a budget build, but you can absolutely scale it up if you have those 3 mirrors to buy Original Sin Ring with. You can absolutely do that. Don't let me be the person that stops you, okay? You go ahead and treat yourself. But if you don't have 3 mirrors just laying around in your bank account, then here are the steps to follow for a fun build that you can play. That's right, get the kids, get the wife. You can play this build with the whole family. That's what I'm trying to say here, guys. All right, so let's get right to it. Because of the brand new Ascendancy introduction last weekend, last league, Sinner Saint from the bloodline of Alicia, we now can convert a lightning damage to chaos damage. Wow, that is nice. We also now have a fullborn of the blue kind Nightmare Jewel that also converts lightning resistance or all resistances to chaos lightning damage converted. So with these two combinations, we convert our lightning damage to chaos damage. So no need for things like Beacon of Madness. The other thing we could potentially try is doing something like Inextricable Fate to poison our enemies using Wine Spike Cordial, where we're now poisoning with all damage types. But again, that's so slow. We don't like that. That's not what we're going for, guys. And I did include the POBs down below, where I actually did try numerous different variations, and honestly, this is by far the best and the cheapest. Once again, we're not using a 40 Divine Quiver. Heck, we don't even have Tides of Time belt, even though you just saw it on the screen a minute ago. But for all intents and purposes, we do not have that belt. Okay, right now I have a custom made, much cheaper belt. For my wands, I wanted to get that projection speed, and that's what I did. I got a fractured one and crafted it myself. Pretty not bad. And then same thing with the other one. I got a tornado wand with cast speed that was fractured. Spam the essence to get projection speed on there. That way this build would feel pretty dang good because of the lack of projection speed otherwise. We're not running ashes, we're not running, anything crazy. One of the hardest things you'll find if you go for my setup is you actually need a lot of attributes. So I bought myself one of these. I think it was like 100 chaos for lightning damage, dot damage. Anytime you have weird affixes such as dot on a +1 to all lightning skills, people will scoff. People will be like, what is this crap? I'm not playing it. I don't care about it. I'm going to throw it away. Well, people like me will pick it up and play it. This I was able to snag for 20 chaos. Don't believe me? Well, I did. All right, at least the base. And then I crafted it myself. Super cheap. I think the most expensive item on his build is a +2 to socketed duration gems, Cloak of Flame, but it's not like it adds a million damage. You can absolutely just go with the regular version, just a regular 6-sync, doesn't have to be corrupted. Self-crafted, as you can see, not very great, but again, the base was absolutely a steal. So I think I forget, like 100 chaos, 150 chaos, not even a divine, guys. Don't buy it. And because we're a couple weeks into the league, I mean, Ascent has Gentle Touch with +1 and increased cast speed. Are you kidding me? So this is where I put my Purity of Elements, Petrified Blood, and my level 3 Enlighten is actually level 4 thanks to the +1. So very important. We are right at that maximum reservation. We cannot go any less than that. Otherwise, we would have to drop an aura. One of the new beautiful rings that has like 20 or 30% more. I know you want to grab, something like this, one of them Circle of Nostalgias that adds a ton of damage, but no, you have to get Betrayal Sting. It adds absolutely a ton of DPS. It's so good for this build or any poison build, so do it. Something that's absolutely necessary on this build is large cluster jewels like this, 12 passives, 3% increased attack speed with lightning scales and 35%, so that makes it 4% increased cast speed with lightning scales. Absolutely crazy. Makes this build feel super good. This is 30 chaos, guys. I don't know, I assume that there's just a million people crafting these. 30 chaos for this, I feel like a few leagues ago this would be like 14 divines or something, but absolutely a steal. Definitely get some like this, because once again we're not using the whale maker but the bow and the, you know, extremely crazy nice awesome quiver that adds poison damage and piercing. We have to grab one of these two puppies. We have to we have to we have to grab this cluster node. We do have that appears on the self-crafted helm as well, but this adds just, you know, 3 more. This is probably good enough. I probably didn't need to add that craft on the helm, but it was just a nice minor addition. More speed. Don't buy it. Don't get this. Come on, guys. This is absolutely a must. Once again, oh, how times have changed. Look at this, guys. This used to be multiple divine impossible escape jewel. Now it was sitting, I think it was like 50 chaos or something like that. Absolutely a steal for these much important nodes. We also are lacking poison chance, so that's why we're grabbing these 2 poison nodes and this poison node, and that's why we're also running Herald of Agony to ensure we have at least 90 or 100% chance to poison, because that is where all of our damage comes from. Now, something to note is, even though we have a very nice concentrated divine life flask of the Conjurer, our life recovery isn't the best, because we don't have that Tides of Tallow belt that increases the life recovery by 100%. That would double our, so I think at this point it's probably like maybe 1 divine for a very good roll, so you can absolutely get yourself the belt. I just didn't. I've been running this for maybe 10 days or so, almost 2 weeks, guys, so I didn't want to spend the coin. I didn't want to change it up when it's ready to be uploaded onto YouTube. The secondary most expensive item in this whole build is unnatural instinct. 3 divines for me. I don't know how much it's. I bought this like a week ago. I don't know how much it is now. Maybe less, maybe more. But again, not necessarily needed. But I think it does add like 20% damage. Look at all these stats that it does. So very, very good. But as you saw on the tier 16.5 or whatever, the abomination boss, I mean, he melted in, what was it, 2 seconds, 3 seconds. So even if you don't have all the things that I have, you'll still have a good time in just about any map. I will say that our flasks are not 100%. So if I was to do bossing exclusively, or maybe run content where I am not killing nonstop, I would absolutely get these 3 flask nodes, because we will run out of our flasks. They are not 100%, so just keep that in mind. All right, guys, thank you so much. Thanks for watching. Appreciate you. And once again, stay tuned for more beautiful builds. I mean, I'll be back with more builds. Yeah, don't stay tuned. All right, bye.